Erica. Today we're going to talk about handling group discussions. As you would know, group discussions are a part of an interview process. Either you've been for a group discussion and you are wondering what could you do better, or probably you've not gone for a group discussion and you're a little nervous as what you should or should not do. I am going to share a few tips and tricks with how to create a great impression at a group discussion. So let's begin. We are going to talk about the 4 B's, okay? First one, be yourself. It is so important to be yourself. Be as natural as possible. When you are behaving like as yourself, or if you avoid putting on an act, there is a better chance of you being able to convey your views in a more natural way. So yes, a lot of people tend to put on an act, or they try to come across overconfident. That is definitely not required. A group discussion is called for being, yourself. Be very normal, be pleasant, okay? See, we need to understand that the group discussion panel, what are they looking for? They're testing to see if you're able to present your view in a logical manner. Are you understanding and open to others' views and feelings about the same subject? And are you able to handle yourself with grace in a group situation? So if you're going to put on an act, those people are going to be able to see through it. So the key thing to remember is be yourself, okay? Moving on to be a great communicator. As much as you are being yourself, yes, it is important to communicate well. Over here, what I'm referring to is be calm, be confident, be clear, okay? When you are talking, you want to speak in a clear tone. Depending on the subject, you want to keep your points precise. Don't go on and on. Say for example, if it was your lucky day and the topic of discussion is something that you're well versed with. Still, you need to understand this is a group discussion. So you need to facilitate contribution of others too, because the panel is also looking for those things as well. So as much as you know well about the topic, you also want to facilitate contribution, okay? Also, when, say for example, someone is sharing their point, it's very, very vital that you look at that person, you maintain eye contact, okay? Because it shows that shows your interest. So when someone else is talking, look at them, maintain eye contact. Also, most importantly, when you are talking. Now, generally a group discussion is, it's a table where you're sitting across many people. So there would be a tendency that if you're a little nervous, you will tend to look at the person directly in front of you. That doesn't show confidence really. So what I would suggest to you is that while you are sharing your point, look across the table, look at everyone. And also, if someone else is sharing their view, and if you're in agreement with that, you should nod, because it shows that you're receptive, okay? So that's also a great thing to keep in mind. So yes, maintain eye contact and keep nodding to show receptiveness. Moving on to be assertive. There are times in a group discussion where a person would share a view which is not similar to yours. As much as you are required to share your feelings about it, you want to do that in a humble way. So be assertive and humble. You do not want to come across as aggressive. Sometimes it could be that, just because you want to share your view, your hand movements may become a little more vigorous, or you may probably want to interrupt that person, but that is not something which you should do in a group discussion. Let the person share his or her viewpoint. Fair enough that you don't agree with it, so you could respectfully disagree and you could add to that point. So at all times be assertive but not aggressive, okay? And last, we come to brownie points, how to earn those brownie points. I can share 2 great tips with you. First of all, the topic is presented and it happens to be the topic that you're well versed with, grab the opportunity to start or to initiate the group discussion. Don't shy away. When you initiate the topic, it leaves a very good impression with the evaluator. Okay. Yes, but of course there could be times where you may not know much about the topic. At that time you definitely don't want to initiate the discussion. You probably want to wait for a couple of the group members to start the conversation, and then you could pick on some of the tips and you could add to it. Another way to earn brownie points is to listen actively. Most times we love to talk, right? But over here I would also suggest to you be a good listener, and this is absolutely a great tip if you are not well versed with the subject, because when you listen actively you will be able to find 2 or 3 points which are familiar to you and you could build on that. So yes, 2 points to gain some brownie points. I will share another point with you as well. In a group discussion, use facts or use statements or use quotes. When you use such things in your group discussion, it shows your thought process. It shows that you are well read or that you're globally aware, and it shows a clear chain of thought. So this again leaves the person who's evaluating you with a good impression of you. So yes, I shared with you 4 B's which you could use for a great group discussion. There is absolutely no need to feel nervous or to feel anxious about being part of a group discussion. It can be a fun process actually. So I wish you all the very best for your group discussion. Do well.